to the rocket ship. Now let's go take a look at our key. Come on. There we go. So this is for 2 areas we have not been to yet in on MYST. 2 areas we haven't properly explored yet because we haven't needed to. So this allows us to, this gives us the requirements we need, the power requirements we need in order to open the hatch on the rocket ship, because the rocket ship will not open as of yet. So if we go take a look, it's actually showing correctly this time. I don't know why it didn't earlier. So yeah, you've got the rocket ship. That is where the book to the Selenitic age is. And it is called the Selenitic age. For some reason, as a kid, I always wanted to call it the Selenitic age. I don't know why. So we need 59 volts. Just write that down real quick. 59. Alright. So now we have to go and get the proper power going to the rocket ship. Which means, of course, leaving the library one last time. Well, technically not one last time. We are going to have to do this a couple more times still, but, you know, we will never have to go back up to that tower, though. So that's good, at least. So what we're looking for is this one. There we go. And that opens up. And now, come on, let me through. Let me through. There we go. Now, if we go down here, all the way down, it's a winding passage. This gives us access to the power generators as they come online. So that's generator switches 1 through 10, power to ship. You have to figure out which specific generators to do in order to get 59, because if you go over, this will keep climbing, but this will stop. It'll throw the breakers. So we've got 10, 17, so that's 10, that one's 7, that one's 8, that one's 16, 5, 9, 19, 22, 2, and 1. And we need to get to 59. So if we do that, it's 22, 31, that one, let's undo that one real quick. There we go, 41. There we go, 48, 56, 58, 59. There we go. That's exactly what we needed. Awesome. So now, without even throwing any of the breakers, we got it the first time. That is awesome. So now we can actually go and open the hatch to the rocket ship, which takes us to the Selenitic age. For some reason, I don't understand what the connection is between the rocket ship and Selenitic, but either way. So the book is actually in here, but in order to do this, we need to know what we're looking for. So we need that thing we just took a picture of. So we need one is right here. I think that's right. I am slightly tone deaf, so this may take me a few tries. So 2 is up here. I think that's it. I think that's it. I could be wrong. So now we need 3, which is slightly higher. That's it. That's that one. And 4 is back down a bit. I think that's it. And 5. Okay, let's see if we can do this. There we go. I think that's it. I think that's it. One way to find out. Holy fuck, I got that on the first try? I never get that one on the first try. Seriously. I'm not kidding when I say I'm slightly tone deaf. So yeah, this is the linking panel for this one. It shows us the Selenitic age, which again is my least favorite, not only because of the puzzle that it requires in order to figure it out, but the puzzles involved in it, especially at the end. Sorry, I'm just going through deleting some photos from my phone that I no longer need. There we go. And let's go in. So, we are back in here. And there's nothing to do here, but if we go around this way, we can explore the Selenitic age, and the access we need is right here. This is another sound-based lock, but it's tied to specific sounds, not tones. So what we want to do is we want to explore this island. Just go anywhere and everywhere we can go. We want to make sure we're turning these on, because these are microphones for specific sounds, such as water. Okay, and around here, since we don't have to follow the original paths, there's the fissure. There we go. And let's see. No, that's that. I'm looking for... the clock. The broken clock, by the way. And there's nothing back this way. Alright. So now we want... Yes, down here. There we go. The crystal. And the red page is just lying around. Yeah, out of all of the ages, this is the only one, aside from MYST, really, but all of the separate ages, this is the only one without themed areas for Cirrus and Achenar. You know, they're just, the pages are just lying out in the open. We've already got the red page. There we go. Wind, 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 wind. There we go. And we want to take that down. I don't remember where the blue page is. We do want to turn that on so we have light. There we go. And then... up. Come on. There we go. This... there we go. Open that. Now we have to line things up correctly. So we want to line up with the water. And I'm not sure where it is directly. You don't need to know the degrees to where they are, but you do need to line them up. I am taking that way in the wrong direction. Wait. Is that it? I don't think that's it. What are we looking for? There we go. A little bit forward. There we go. So that is lined up right. So now we're looking for the fissure. That's not the fissure. Alright, let's go back this way then. Take us around and around and around we go. Okay, that's the water. There we go. There's the fissure. Okay, now the clock. That one's actually not too far up. Not too far off. You have to line them up with the transmitter, though, not the actual source of the sound. Come on, there we go. Okay, now the crystal. Where's the crystal? That's the clock. I don't think we've seen the crystals yet. Or we've probably passed them on a previous one. Yeah, here's the crystals. There we go. And boom. Now the wind. Where is the wind? I have no idea. Right there. There it is. Too far. There we go. So if we hit this, we will get the actual code we need. So, wind... oh, no, that was crystal water. Crystal water. I missed it. Okay, crystal water. Wind. Fissure. Clock. And then back to the... No, okay. I think that's good. So, wind, crystal, water, wind, fisher, clock. So if we go back... all the way down, and all the way back. There we go. Come on, there we go. Now, where's that blue page? I know that's lying out here somewhere. I just don't remember where. And it'd be very useful to know where it is to start with already. Anyways, so yeah, that's where all the receivers are for the transmitters. I want to say the blue page is somewhere near the garden, but we'll see. We'll see probably on our return trip. Yeah, because it's not up here. Okay. Now, this puzzle's not so bad. We want crystal. Yeah, there's a bunch of other sounds in here as well. There we go, crystal. And water. Water. Wind. I think that's wind. Then fisher. There we go, that's the fisher. And then the clock. Yeah, that's it. And that should open the door. Yep. The door is open, and now for my least favorite part of this age. Which can be confusing if you don't figure out what the directions are. But this is where the mechanical age comes into play. And it does give you a little bit of a tutorial to begin with here. So in the yellow submarine here, we get to go down. Yeah, we'll go forward. And it'll tell you which direction you're facing, which is good. But it doesn't really tell you which direction to go. Well, sort of it does. You'll see. Once we get all the way down to the bottom. Almost there. There we go. So did you hear that? Sound familiar? That's the same directions from the mechanical age. And that actually lines up with where we're facing, which is the way forward. Now the first few turns here, there aren't really any other options to go to. There's only like one open. But it tells you, so it's a good way to learn, but eventually you can see it's not just cardinal directions. So you can learn what the cardinal directions are, but eventually it'll string them together. And you'll have to go to the diagonals. This is back to north then. And this it becomes tedious after a little while, especially since we have to do this again on our return trip. So I will end up cutting that out. I'm not cutting out this first one, but I'll cut out the second time around. Okay, that was the whoosh, which is east. So here, see, it's already screwing things up because the north path is open, but if you take it, it'll either be a dead end or a loop back around. So whoosh is east. And that takes us to here. So that's east again. So just keep going forward. Now you can backtrack, so that's good at least. Dong, that's south. And it'll always put you... The sounds will always be the next direction to take. Even if you end up off the path somehow, that will always be the next direction you need to take. So as you can see, things are getting a little bit more tricky here. What was that? Okay, that's Donk again. There we go. I didn't quite hear it the first time around. I don't know why. And... okay, so that's Bring, which should be west. There we go. So we haven't gotten to the part yet where it starts stringing multiple sounds together to give us diagonal directions. Not yet, at least. But that'll be coming soon. Speak of the devil. And it overlays them. So that is Dong and Bring. So that is southwest. There we go. Oh, moving fast too. So that's just simply west. Okay, so far so good. We've only had one diagonal direction so far. And this is not something that changes up from game to game. It's not randomized or anything. There's one set path, so that's northwest we need to go to. But again, it sucks that you have to do it again on your return trip. Unless you don't want to get the full run of the story. So that's Ding and Fwoosh, so that's northeast this time. There we go. Alright, how many more of these do we gotta do? I wonder. So that's just north. This might be the last one? I don't know, I don't remember. Feels like it might be the last one, though. Apparently not. So that's Dong and Fwoosh, so that's southeast. There we go. Ah, we just got the achievement, so I assume this is the last one then. Yep, we're heading out. Heading out we go. Alright then. Get us out of here. Back to Myst. So place the last red page and then find the last blue page. And so on. Alright. Let's go ahead and open that. And now, following through here, should take us directly to the Myst book. Yep, there it is. Right up here. This is an interesting room, too. Anyways, Myst book. There we go. We just completed the Selenitic age. Sort of. We have to come back for the blue page, though, still. It's not too bad. Okay, if I can figure out... There we go. Now, Cirrus is going to tell us to do something we're not going to do yet. But just listen.
Finally returned. I owe you a debt of gratitude, for you have nearly released me. My name is Cirrus. I trust that from your explorations you've become convinced that my wicked brother Akbar is guilty, and I am innocent. It is I who am wrongly imprisoned here. Imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are, or how you came to this island, but I assume you must at least know something of the books. It was father who was a master of the books. He wrote hundreds, all describing and linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered. The room in which you now stand was our father's library. It was here in this room, on this island named Myst, that he housed most of these books. But such a waste. By now, you have surely discovered that Akhenaten has burnt and mutilated most of these books. Why? Our father was always watchful of our exploration. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to the Myst books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchecked. Unsupervised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the Myst ages than he had given. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages. It was horrific. This thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity too late. He had completely destroyed all of the Myst ages but 4. I wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Aknar's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final journey. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way, leaving me, an innocent victim, entrapped forever. But now, you are here to release me. Listen carefully. You must find one more page and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves in this library which is mostly burned but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158 and recreate it on the door of the fireplace. This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released, and able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. That page finishes my brother's book. It chills me to even think what would happen if you were to release him. There is another warning. Where the red and blue pages reside, also resides a green book. If you touch the green book, you also will be imprisoned forever. Our father gave us this same warning long ago. I suggest you follow his advice. Go now. Soon we will meet face to face.
So, we've got some revelations in there of what exactly has been happening, but it's not entirely the whole story yet. So let's go back to the Selenitic Age, find that last blue page, and see what Akinar has to say. Now, thankfully, this saves your tone, so we don't have to redo that again. Thank God for that. Okay, in we go. Now, where the hell is that blue page? It's somewhere out here. I don't know where. I want to say it's near the garden, but I could be wrong. I don't remember where it is. I know it's somewhere around here. There it is. There it is. I don't know why I didn't see that the first time around. Anyways, I will see you guys back in MYST because I have to do that whole damn submarine underground puzzle again. So I'll see you guys there. And we've made it back. So it's time to see what Akinar has to say for himself and how he's going to condemn Cirrus.
Hello, I'm Akinar. I'm glad to see that you've returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. It was Cirrus who did this to me. Cirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. He's a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. Began when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the Aegis Mist. He hoarded riches for himself. My father slept away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the Aegis Mist, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother. I hated him. And then Cirrus began to destroy the Aegis of Mist. He burned their forest. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. Completely destroyed all but 4 of the Aegis. Of course, I had to warn Father. When I finally found him, there was Cirrus also, talking cleverly. The lying tongue of a serpent. He had convinced Father that it was I who destroyed the Aegis. convinced, Father, that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Sirius dealt the final blow, he tricked Father into believing that I was the murderer. But Sirius did not deal as fast a blow as he planned. And his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies, and so in dying, Father imprisoned us both, unsure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you what I say is true. Release me. You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father. His murder. Believe me. You must only recover one additional page to release me from this prison. It's the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf that's in this library. On the far right side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burned books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you to the last blue page. Remember, don't take the red page. Only the blue page. Return quickly to me. And do not touch the green book. It's a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, for you will rot and die, imprisoned as I am. I tell you, if you follow my instructions, it will be well worth your while. I promise you that. Go. Go.
So which one is lying and which one is telling the truth? That's the question. Well, the only way to find out is to go to this book and find pattern 158, which is way in here. Come on. That is way far in there. Anyways, 158. There we go. That's the pattern we want. I'm taking a picture of that. Then, what you want to do is they said something about a fireplace. So you want to come in here, and there's a button here. You press that. This comes down, and you can input that pattern on here by clicking specific squares. There we go. So far, so good. Oops, I didn't mean to do that one. Ah, not that one. There we go. That should be the correct one. And if we hit the button again, it rotates the fireplace around. And ta-da! We've got the red and blue pages and the green book. Now, the end is very near. Before we do that, I want to save, though, because I want to show you something. What if you thought Akinar was telling the truth? Akinar is the innocent one. Well, is he? I don't know. Consider everything we've seen, everything we've heard, both from him and his brother, and everything we've seen in the ages. Does he seem like he'd be innocent? I don't know. But if we give the page back and then take a look, we've freed Akinar, but we've trapped ourselves in the book now.
Oh, yes, I'm free. Oh, I feel alive. And how do you feel, my friend? And what have we here? Perhaps the pages you worked so hard for? What?
Yeah, the auto syncing's a little bit bad.
Yes. Oh. Perhaps you're seeing the world from my point of view. Yes. Oh. There's my brother. Oh, yes. Oh. Maybe someone will rescue you someday. You lose.
So yeah, obviously Akinar is not innocent. He's insane and deranged and very, very much guilty. Maybe someone will rescue you someday. Akinar. The end. Okay, but if we load that,